Hey, thanks for clicking. My name is Joe Fritz, and I just wanted to do a quick roundup of my thoughts on the current state of E3. I just got done watching the Nintendo press conference, and that means basically all the information we need to know about E3 is pretty much out there since all the press conferences are done. Like, the first press conference was EA, and they kind of did their apology tour for making loot boxes such a serious issue that it required government oversight. So they apologized a lot for that and told us Anthem wasn't going to have any kind of loot boxes or randomization. You paid money for... Apparently you can pay money for cosmetic upgrades and then... and you know exactly what you're getting. It's not randomized. So that's a good thing. The next one was Microsoft. Actually, I'm a little worried about Anthem and BioWare. I'm worried that if Anthem doesn't sell as well as EA thinks it should, which EA thinks games should sell a lot, I'm worried about BioWare, honestly. And that game... I mean, it looks cool. You fly around like Iron Man in Anthem, but other than that, it's like, guys, what are we doing here? Next up was Microsoft, and they announced some... They just had a bunch of games. Most of them are probably coming to other consoles, but they wanted to show them off at their press event. And when we get to Sony's, you'll kind of understand why Microsoft was pulling all these people. I think they said they had like 50 games. Some of the more interesting things were Battletoads. I'm interested to see what a new Battletoads looks like. They didn't show anything except for a trailer. Cuphead, it wasn't clear if that was a sequel. I guess it's an add-on or something. You get a new playable character and some new bosses, I guess. It didn't say anything about it being a sequel, but you know, we'll see. Crackdown with Terry Crews, hell yeah. Like, yeah. I might run out and buy an Xbox One just for that game. I don't have one yet, but that might be what pushes me over the edge. If that game's any good. I mean, I'll show up for Terry Crews, but I might not spend that much money for Terry Crews. They also had the new From Software game, which for some reason is not showing up in my notes. Sekiro? New From Software game being published by Activision. It looks interesting. I want to see more of it. It looks like it's kind of stepping away from the more Dark Souls territory. I was kind of hoping if they stepped away from the Dark Souls territory, they would go more in an Armor Core territory. But that's just me. This game looks fine. Looks kind of like a Tenchu type game with better combat. So we'll see. Let's wait and see on that one. Showed a weird trailer for The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which I guess has something to do with Life is Strange. It's like a sequel to Life is Strange or something, but it's free. You can just download it. Looks kind of weird. Looks like you play as a little kid with an overactive imagination. Kind of like a Calvin and Hobbes style. Oh, God. That needs to happen. Okay, so moving on from Microsoft. Oh, I can't go away from Microsoft without mentioning Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Oh my God, that was an amazing trailer. I'm so glad we got to see more of that game. I mean, like, back when I was writing for that website I wrote for, Console Link, back in the day, that trailer came out, and we haven't seen anything from it since. Until now, and it looks great. The old role-playing system of Cyberpunk 2020 was an awesome role-playing system, and I'm glad it's being... Maybe we'll get a GURPS game. I'm glad these old role-playing systems are kind of getting some attention tabletop games are coming back. Maybe we'll get a GURPS game. That would be really cool. I don't know how you do that. It'd be like Second Life, I guess. I don't know. It would probably be lame. I would love a GURPS game, though. So moving on, we had Bethesda. I mean, Bethesda showed off some stuff. They showed off like a downloadable thing, or maybe a separate thing. It looked like for Wolfenstein, they teased like a Doom Eternal thing. They didn't really say much about it. They teased a lot of stuff. They talked about Fallout 76 being like, it sounds like an Ark or a Rust type game where you play with other people and build things and destroy things and yada yada yada. So that game is going to be so broken, you guys. And it's not just me saying that. Todd got on stage and actually said this game is going to be broken. So it's not just me. He admitted it. He was on stage. He admitted that this game's going to come out. It's broken. Because every Bethesda game is always broken when it comes out. Please stop forgetting that that happens, because it's driving me crazy. I call it Bethesda amnesia. Every time a Bethesda game comes out, you guys forget that the last one, I spit a little bit, I'm sorry, was broken. I'm passionate about this. You guys forget that the last one was completely broken to the point of almost being unplayable when it first comes out, because it's just broken. He acknowledged it. And the fact that this is going to be an online game, online multiplayer game like Rust or Ark, it is just destined to be the most broken Bethesda game. Fallout 76, the most broken, should just be the tag on there. They also teased a new Skyrim, or no, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Oh my gosh. A new Oblivion, a new Fallout with swords. A new Elder Scrolls game. Didn't give you any information, just a flyby of some scenery or whatever. Then they had, God, what else did they have? Check my notes real quick. This is great. This is great watching, right? Watching me wait for this. Rage 2, we knew that was coming. Oh man, Andrew WK was performing for Bethesda, and people were sitting on their hands. Sitting on their hands for Andrew WK? You get on your feet for the Whiskey Kilo. Feet! You get on them! Yes, I'm going to edit that out. That was dumb. Actually, no, I'm probably not going to edit this at all. I need to throw it up. Elder Scrolls Blades, mobile game. Looks neat. I might snag it if my phone will play it. They talked about Elder... Yeah. They also teased this... it's like a space game. But again, they didn't do... I hate... I don't like... I like to watch gameplay. I feel like that tells you the most about a game. When they just threw up a teaser trailer, I'm not as excited as a lot of people are. I'm glad that they're working on this stuff. They're working on new stuff. I'll get excited when I see it. But the teaser trailer thing is a phenomenon that has never excited me. So the next one was a Devolver Digital, which was a weird one. They always... Last year they did something weird. This year they did something weird. It's very over the top. But the most important announcement that came out of that one was Metal Wolf Chaos is finally coming to America. Yes. It's a terrible time in America for that to be coming out politically. Maybe just for half the country. But for the most part, I can't wait to play that game. It's another FromSoft game. It's awesome that it's finally coming to America, and I can't wait to play it. The next one was Square Enix, which still not seeing anything from Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, that game is vaporware at this point. Maybe it's not. I want to take a second to just rip on Kingdom Hearts for just being this bizarre phenomenon that everyone loves except for me. I just see these incredibly well-polished designed by committee for maximum profitability Disney characters next to a generic ass, the most generic of generic anime characters, and it is such a jarring thing. It's just a dude, anime dude in a trench coat. One of them has an eye patch. That's how you can tell them apart. It's like, ugh. All right, okay, no, please stop. I guess I just can't get into those games. I don't know. It's a little weird. I wish they were working on something more Disney focused. I feel like there's an interesting story in a kid going into all these different Disney worlds, but Kingdom Hearts has never been that. It's always been weird anime melodrama that I just get... I just kind of seize up when I see it. Like, I guess it's not for me. I was too old when those games came out or something. I just wasn't into the... whatever. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts is a weird thing. I'm glad it exists, though. If you like it, cool. Just not for me. Sorry. Anything else at Square Enix? I can't think of anything else. Moving on to Ubisoft. Ubisoft, the coolest thing they showed off was Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm a huge Beyond Good and Evil fan from when that game first came out. I picked it up. I loved it. I love not enough like hardcore, just like, you know, coming up from the streets, yo. Like, we're gonna take back this world. We're gonna start rebellion. You know, there's like Getting Up and Beyond Good and Evil, and you know, maybe like what's the game with the guy with the grappling hook? You know what I'm talking about. Forget it. Maybe that game too. Then you've got Jet Set Radio. There's not enough games like this. It's people, you know, fighting the man, you know. I want to see more games like that. Now that there's a man to fight for half the country. I should get out of politics. PC gaming show. PC gaming is going to go away because no one can afford a video card because all of the cryptocurrency farmers are just going to buy all the video cards from now on. So don't even worry about PC gaming. Just ignore it. Sony was a weird one. Sony showed off like 4 games. They showed off trailers for some other games, but it was just kind of incidental. They had like, they started with Last of Us. Awesome trailer, crazy gameplay. I hope they fix the stealth in this game because honestly, Beyond Good and Evil was the kind of game I just played on easy just to get through the story, which was a really awesome story. I'm glad that we can continue this. I kind of wish we weren't continuing this story, honestly. I feel like the ending of the last one was, you know. But I wish we were going somewhere else, meeting a new group of people, seeing how people in some other part of the world are faring with all this. But instead, it's good to see Ellie back again, and looks like she's got a girlfriend. Good for her, you know. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to her girlfriend. They're going to fridge the hell out of that girl. And then lastly, Nintendo. Nintendo was kind of exciting. They started their show with a kind of a weird... mech trailer that looks interesting. It's like Damon Ex Machina, which... you know, that's a word salad of a title. But it looks interesting. Looks like mech combat. They focus mostly on Smash Brothers, which Ridley's finally coming to Smash. So apparently he's not too big for Smash. Smash was always too big for him. Anyways, so I just want to wrap this up with a little call to action. Here, let me pull the curtain aside, show you how the sausage is made. No, I will be in Seattle at the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo selling off these paintings. So if you come out to the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, you can buy one of these or just come by and say hi. You know, whatever. Tell me I'm an idiot for my opinions on whatever. You know, that's fine too. Just, you know, be polite. Say, "Excuse me, sir, you are an idiot," and I will be like, "Thank you, thank you." I will be in the same booth as John Riggs. Not sure what booth that is yet, but I will be there. You just look for these paintings. You will see them. They're there. I'm also selling off a Nintendo 64 in a nice case that I call the Party Starter. It's got 4 controllers, everything you need to start a party except for games and other people. So come by, check that out. Check out my paintings. Thanks for clicking. Like, comment, subscribe. Get out there and play some video games, because it's never been a better time to be a gamer, bro.